sprinting. He competed at the Olympics last year in C2000 meters with Danny Fej, and they finished 11th in Tokyo, and at the European Championships this year they won a bronze medal. So I think his individual, both the C1, will also be very strong.
Now this is great news for Australia, to have a finalist here. Since the days of Martin Marinov, when he competed for Australia at the age of 72 or something. I can't remember how old he was. He was quite old. We've waited in Australia for another C1 paddler to come through, and Benjamin Manning here in a final of the under-23s. Great to see for Australia. Moldova, he was the athlete from Moldova, CHIHAIA, was fourth in the Europeans. The athlete from Uzbekistan is in lane 3. This is the European champion from Italy, Gabriele CASADEI. He would probably be the athlete who will challenge Balazs ADOLF. There's Balazs ADOLF there, marathon world champion, third at the Senior World Championships in 2021. Lane 6. This is your man, Sayetano Garcia. He is the current C2 500-meter world champion. And from Iran, Mohammad Reza, fourth at the World Championships last year. Lane 8 is Adrian Kloss from Poland, fifth in the Europeans. And in lane 9, Yuri Minarik is third in the European Championships. So, yeah, ADOLF will probably start the favourite. But Garcia is, I mean, he's a 500-metre paddlist, but they are world champions in the C2, the Spaniards. So what is he like over 1,000? What is he like in a C1? We're about to find out, but he will put it all out there, I'm sure. C1 1000 is, of course, still an Olympic event, which is great. No Brazilians in this race, no Cubans. But we have an Australian, we have an Iranian, and we have a Moldovan and an Uzbeki. And we're underway. So, in lane 5, it's the Hungarian. In lane 6, it's the Spaniard. In lane 7, it's the Iranian. Expect big things from those three as they get out now in the opening stages of this race. Very even start. It looks across in lane 2. It might be the athlete from Moldova who's gone out the hardest. That is Mihai CHIHAIA from Moldova. The Iranian also going out strong in lane 7. And in fact, it looks like at this stage it's a race between Moldova and Iran for the early lead. ADOLF from Hungary just biding his time, just sitting back, not panicking, and keeping a very watchful eye on the Hungarian. In the lane next to him is Garcia from Spain. So they will be watching each other like hawks, just as long as they don't lose focus of the rest of the field. You can see now the Hungarian ADOLF, Jen, he's starting to come through now, isn't he?
Yeah, you can see the Nosler's boat just pushing through, but they're all very close still together. The top 5 boats all within close proximity. So, but you can see how he's just trying to push through the field, but the Italian is not wanting to let him go by, the European champion from this year.
So we have a really close race at this stage. It looks like it's the Italian, the European champion, as Jen said. CASADEI is in the lead. It's ADOLF, the marathon world champion, in second, maybe just ahead of the Moldovan across in lane 2, who's been there since the start. I wonder whether he's got much left in the tank. So at this stage, it's the Italian in front. ADOLF now looks like he's starting to put down some hard yards as we cross the halfway mark. It's Italy in front. Now you can see ADOLF, he's really digging deep here and trying to pull in the Italian for the second half of this race. You would expect, as the marathon world champion, that he will have the stronger finish. Yeah, look at this, Jenny Egan. He is now taking the lead. Can the Italian respond?
I don't know, that's a hard one to respond to. He looks like he's really pushing through, and he's not going to let anyone come by him now in the final stretch. Interestingly, the name missing from there is Garcia, the Spaniard. He's nowhere to be seen, but it's ADOLF in front.
He is now starting to put some yards between himself and the Italian. I don't think the Italian's got anything left. I think he's done. I think that it's going to be a hard road to hoe now for anyone to capture the Hungarian Balazs ADOLF. He is moving further ahead. The Italian has one more roll of the dice, Gabriele CASADEI, but I don't know that he can pin this lead back. Balazs ADOLF looking really strong. Let's make this number 9, shall we, for Hungary for today? I think so. Unless something strange happens, there is a bit of the race to go. Maybe the Italian can fight back. Oh, I don't know, though. It's looking pretty... It's looking like a done deal.
Yeah, I think the Hungarian has it now. Hopefully the Italian sticks with his silver, because Uzbekistan is coming through there now also.
So it's Balazs ADOLF from Hungary charging down towards the line to take his country's 9th gold medal on the opening day of finals at this World Championships. He's even pulling away now. A bit of a show, bit of showboating for the crowd here for the Hungarian. Look at this, folks. Coasting across the finish line. Silver for Italy, and I think brave race for the Moldovan CHIHAIA, who's fought hard all the way, and he picks up a bronze. But no doubt at all about this man here. He is your world champion, folks, and he did it in style. Pretty impressive performance from a guy who loves the long distance racing, Jennifer Egan.
Yeah, for sure. He really showed them how strong he is today, and no one was coming by him in that final part of the race.
The Italian tried to blow him out of the water early, but I think ADOLF had set the 500-meter mark as the point of the race where he was going to start getting serious, and he just managed to pick up the pace a little bit. And unfortunately for the Italian European champion CASADEI, he couldn't go with the Hungarian. Fought on well, held on though to take the silver, and as we mentioned, CHIHAIA from Moldova was basically third for most of the race and held on there to take the bronze. No sign at all of the Spaniard. Still can't see him on screen, so I don't know what happened there to Garcia. Obviously prefers the C2. Well, how do you sum up today with one more race to go, Jennifer Egan? There we are. ADOLF with the gold, CASADEI the silver, CHIHAIA from Moldova the bronze. As you mentioned, the athlete from Uzbekistan fighting hard, the Iranian taking 5th spot.